Welcome to Coffee and Cleavage.
Welcome.
Well,
Need more coffee.
yes.
So, today we are going to talk about
Cosmetic surgery.
This is a question that we have been... This is a topic that we've been asked to talk about many times on our page.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure what angle people are thinking of when they want us to talk about this topic, but we're
just gonna dig right into it.
Yeah, we're just gonna dish our opinions on this.
Yeah. I mean, we'll start with the pros. I mean, obviously we're not against cosmetic surgery.
No, not for anybody.
Not for anyone. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Or neither, whatever.
If it makes you feel good about yourself, then good for you. You know what I mean? Like there's pros and cons. That's what we're really going to go into, and just how it can make people feel judged when they do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be like, "Hey, everybody, I just got surgery done."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, people feel judged.
Yeah.
People feel insecure. And when somebody's already feeling insecure about something and they decide to like take a risk and, you know, address that insecurity, maybe by having surgery, you know, they're feeling even more worried and insecure about being judged.
Exactly. I mean, I know for us, we sometimes will get comments, like the mean comments, you know?
The mean comments.
Oh, this show should be about plastic, and it should be called Plastics and Cleavage or Plastics and Coffee. Like, what the fuck, really?
I mean, people are entitled to whatever opinion they want.
It's all you're doing is you're enhancing what you already have.
Exactly.
You know, like I'm very open to about what I've had done. I'm not shy to talk about it. I know some women like to keep that to themselves and not share.
Yeah.
Or act like, oh, I haven't had anything done, but even though they have, it's like. But I'm very open. I'm very open about it.
You only rub olive oil on your face.
Yeah.
You have no wrinkles because of olive oil.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell?
I'm sorry. I love her so much.
I know.
It's just not true. She's certainly had Botox like almost everyone in Hollywood.
And for the record, Botox is not injected into your lips as lip filler. Like, it's not the same thing. I had to say that because people are like, you get so much Botox in your lip. It's like, what the fuck? You don't even know what you're talking about.
Botox is all Botox does
paralyzes the muscle.
Curious is it slows down your muscle from contracting.
Yeah, so you don't move as much.
That's how wrinkles happen. Is that your muscles over time as they age they get loose.
Yeah,
you know, and that's how you get like wrinkles in your forehead and crow's feet, which is completely normal part of aging. But I just hate that we as a society judge people for slowing down their aging.
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with that? I mean, who doesn't want to
be young a little longer?
Yeah, and I get some people become obsessed and go a little overboard, but people shouldn't judge them still. It's,
no, I mean, to each their own. Like, that's their decision to go as far as, you know,
what they
end up going. And if it's unhealthy, then maybe their family or somebody else will intervene, or they'll get, you know, additional help to help that problem. But it's like, that's just not our place. Like, I don't care. If I see somebody walk by and they had a bunch of work done, I could seriously give 2 fucks cares
Exactly.
less.
It's like, cool, more power to them. That's awesome.
I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel any certain way. And I think that we've just become so fucking up each other's asses about everything, you know, that everybody feels entitled to have opinions about how other people's bodies look or don't look.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember being so young and people telling me I needed to have stuff done. This is wrong with you. Your fucking forehead's too big. Your tits are too small. You have no ass. Then that transformed into eat a fucking cheeseburger. Oh, your hips are getting a little wide. You know, like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
I know. They wonder why people have issues. It's insecurities.
And these are all comments that came to me before I was ever in the public eye. And it obviously only got worse after that.
Oh,
you know,
God,
when I very first started modeling, it was just nonstop about my nose and about how I needed to get a nose job. And, you know, and then I chose for myself to get a breast augmentation, my own choice that I made for myself, for no one else.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, yeah, should have stayed natural. Why the fuck did you do that? Oh, you should have went bigger. It's like, can we just stop telling everybody how their body should look and just accept that people want it to look however they want it to look?
You're going to do what you want to do for yourself to make yourself feel better, or you know what I mean, for your own self. You're not doing it for other people.
Yeah, and I see how people can get to that point where they are doing it for the approval or the satisfaction of somebody else. Maybe it's like the pressure of social media, which we both know is 100% true.
Yes.
I mean, there's a reason why big asses became so popular. Like, you can't walk somewhere in LA without somebody that's had their ass done. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't care. Whoever wants to have their ass done, have their ass done.
Totally.
You know? But it definitely shows that there's a clear fad in how kind of mainstream media influences how women feel about their bodies. So I see the pros and cons, but I just think that decision is so personal.
It is.
And everyone should decide it for themselves.
Yes, exactly.
We shouldn't judge people for doing it or for not doing it. You know, I've worked with a lot of different types of models. I worked with plus models, and you know, they often face the exact same criticisms that we face. Mm-hmm. Except for where people are like, it's a little bit of the opposite. They start to lose weight, and their fans are like, "Oh, you're not being true to yourself. Why are you losing weight? Why aren't you staying big enough?" You know, and then on our side, they're like, "Whoa, you're getting too big.
Yeah,
are you trying to be curvy? Why don't you be thinner?"
Yeah. Oh, I've noticed you've put on a little bit of weight. Oh, now you're too skinny. It's like,
it's just like, let's just let each other be. Yeah. You know, like,
I know.
Fuck, if you want a boob job, great. If you want your ass a little fatter, great.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just feel like a mom, you know, I see a lot of this like accepted for different people. Like, people are more okay with like a mom who had 6 kids who wants to have her body back to her pre-body weight. That's okay. Mm-hmm. But like a model who wants to have a fatter ass who wants to have a fatter ass or bigger boobs or a slimmer waist or whatever she wants is not any different.
Exactly.
Everybody has the same end goals.
Yeah.
Like, everybody just, you know, wants a little extra help. Or men.
Well, yeah.
Men have cosmetic and quote-unquote plastic surgery as well.
They do.
You know, men are much more quiet about it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of procedures that men get done, and you're right, you don't really hear of it very often because they're much more quiet.
I mean, I have seen kind of like more men sharing like about Botox and fillers.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's not get it wrong, like, everybody in front of a camera 24/7 is having what I would call maintenance work done.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Botox, light fillers. Jennifer Aniston, one of the most hottest women in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who doesn't think Jennifer Aniston is hot.
Yeah.
Okay?
And especially, like, how old is she now? She's
in her 50s,
yeah,
right?
she's fucking unbelievable.
She's unbelievable hot. But
she's a unicorn.
She is a unicorn. She's one that you hold on to.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Brad Pitt. But the reality is that her and Brad Pitt have had maintenance work done. Nothing drastic to change their appearance. No. That was their choice. Some people choose, other celebrities and other actresses, models, they choose to change their appearance. So it's like all within your own fucking choices.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, moral of the story.
Do you ever feel judged more being blonde? You know, just because you're blonde, you get more shit for getting done, or for getting stuff done, as compared to, okay, what if our hair color was brown?
People probably would not say anything about our tits if our hair was brown. And I'm not saying that's like a blanket statement, because obviously people are judgmental, but I feel like there is like this stereotype with blondes that you're supposed to be dumb, and if you have big boobs, then you must be even fucking dumber. And if they happen to be enhanced, well,
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah, exactly. She's so fucking fake, you know? Everything about her is so fake, and just
I mean, it's just I mean, like, I get it and I don't get it all at the same time. You know, like, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I just don't know why we have to share them all. Like, what happened to, like, having a thought and not having that thought, like, written out all over the internet?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's just the reality of, like, society.
It is.
It just feels a little unnecessary.
It does. You know, and it gets hurtful reading the hate comments too. I try not to even like read those, but not gonna lie, sometimes you see them, and especially when we're talking about this topic right now, we're talking about cosmetic surgery, and then you read the hate comments. It's just like, why?
Yeah,
you know,
it does. Especially, it's like what used to get to me is like when people were like, "Oh, she got a nose job." Oh, that's hilarious because people told me I needed to get a nose job. You know, and I didn't get a nose job, but still people are online like, oh, her face changed completely. She got a nose job. It's like, you're comparing photos of me from when I was 19 to when I'm 30, and you're telling me my face looks different. Wow. Imagine that. Like, imagine that your face doesn't change from the age of 19 to the age of 30. Like, I just don't understand the amount of time, you know? And then I think about all the wasted time that I've put into reading mean shit about myself online, you know? And people are like, oh, fucking woe is you, you know? Like, poor you. You know? It's true. People are like, oh, poor you. Like, you know? It's like, most people, I would say, are not having surgery for somebody else's approval.
No, exactly. You know? It's like, if you have a bad opinion about it, just keep it to yourself. I mean,
yeah, and there are risks for everything too. Yeah. People are like, oh, that's so risky, you know? It's like, there's literally risks in every single thing we do every single day. So it's all about balance. Like, wait, does this make sense for me personally?
Yeah.
Like, do the pros outweigh the cons for me personally, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, my very first surgery was having my breast augmentation at 19. I did so much research.
Oh, me too. I researched for a year before I had my first surgery done.
Me too. I was looking for so long before I finally decided to do it, before I saved up the money to do it. Yeah. You know? And it ended up not going exactly as I planned. You know, it was like okay at first, and then over time I had some complications, none that were like medical complications, just cosmetic, you know, like things weren't how they were supposed to be.
Yes, yeah.
And so
that happens. That comes with it. That's
comes
part
with
of the risk.
A lot of people don't understand that when you have a surgery, more often than not, you will have another surgery.
Oh, for sure.
You know, if it's a breast surgery or something, you know, something.
Well, they don't last forever. I mean, you gotta.
And your body changes. I always explain it like this, like a roof on your house.
Yeah.
How often do you change the roof on your house? Yeah. You have to change it, right? It gets old, it gets worn down, it changes, the weather changes it. Like, your body's just the same, you know, and I didn't really understand that when I was younger. I just thought like, okay, well, I got this, and now it's just gonna last forever, you know. And I was actually pretty unhappy for about at least half the time or more after my surgery. I waited 10 years to have a second surgery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just dealt with it because I'm like, well, it's not that important, it's not hurting my health, it's just purely cosmetic, like, I'll just get over it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but when I did it, it's like, holy shit. It was like life-changing.
You're like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah. Well, I ended up finding the right doctor, feeling really certain about it, you know, and having it done. And now it's something that bugged me pretty much daily for 10 years. No longer bugs me.
See?
You know, and that's just peace of mind for me.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it wasn't necessary. Well, it was necessary for me. You know?
Yep.
I punished myself for 10 years.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. That's kind of how I was. I actually, so, you know, the only surgery I've ever had is my boobs done. I've had them done twice. I get Botox. I get filler, just in my lips. And I only do it for maintenance. I don't like go get loaded up on filler. I feel like when I first started getting my lips done, it's kind of like you kind of start getting more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit of an addiction.
And then I chilled out on it. I'm like, yeah, maybe a little too big. I like them to be a little smaller. But I remember getting like the smile lines right here. Like, okay, I'll try getting that.
Yeah.
For a year and a half, I was so unhappy because I had too much of it, I felt like, where it was changing my smile. And I wanted to get it dissolved so bad, but I kept reading all the risks of getting it dissolved. Well, finally I said, fuck it. I'm just going to go get it dissolved because it was bugging me so much after a year and a half.
Yeah.
Then once I did it, I'm like, why didn't I do that like so much sooner? You know what I mean?
Same way.
You listen to like the bad things. Yeah. You're like, oh, psych yourself out. And then once you do it, you're glad you did. And
yeah. You know, I was thinking about like the comparison between like what you were just saying about how like you got some lip filler and you just kind of wanted to gradually get more. It kind of reminded me of a really good comparison, I think, to body modifications, which are tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
And piercings.
Yes, those are addicting as well. I mean, hello. They are.
And I don't even mean as much about the addicting thing, but like when somebody walks by with a tattoo, do we like prejudge somebody for having a tattoo? I think it's pretty normalized to have tattoos, right?
Very.
But there's still like this stigma about women changing their bodies. But when you get a tattoo, you are altering your body. You are modifying it. You are enhancing it, if you will, as to you want. You're customizing your sleeve, your arm, your back, your face, piercings, whatever. Those are all modifications to your body. Your body didn't come like that.
And people do talk shit about that too a lot. It is more normalized, but I get people hating, going, oh my God, those ugly tattoos. Why do you have those? It's like...
You just can't fucking win.
You can't, it's
you
like...
just can't win. And it's okay. Like, I'm okay with the idea of, like, of not everybody... liking me or liking the way I look or approving of my decisions.
Yeah.
But I just think as like from a mental health standpoint, like we have to like change as a society and stop fucking throwing each other under the bus.
I know, it's messed up. It is.
And I seriously don't give two fucks whether anybody has anything done to their body.
No.
The only thing that bothers me when celebrities or influencers or models have things done and pretend that they didn't have it done, like we were talking about. That's the only thing that gets to me, because I think that if you're open about it, then other people are aware. And that's not to say that you didn't do hard work. Listen, girls that get fat transferred from their midsection
BBLs
to their ass, or they get dermal fillers put in their ass to make their ass perkier, like that's whatever. Everybody can do what they want. But when you do all of that and then you just pretend like you just worked out for that, I just feel like it sends a wrong message to like young girls who are like, oh, if I do this, I can look like that.
Exactly.
And there's no discredit to the hard work that they have to do on their bodies. It's just fine tuning.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I couldn't do that and then tell girls.
No.
Like I've been super open about my breast surgery too.
Yeah.
Especially my second one, just like sharing the story on my social media, on my stories. It was a year, I guess almost 2 years now ago that I did it. And I still get messages like every month from women asking questions.
I get
like
that all the time too.
It's really it's really nice. It's like the only time that I feel like I have interactions with women on social media.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey girl, how many cc's do you have? I love your boobs. I want to get mine done.
Yeah. Or they have questions or have concerns or whatever.
Exactly.
Guidance. And it's like, I'm not a health professional whatsoever, but I can share my experience.
Yes.
And give you an idea of what I went through and, pass that along.
And people say like, oh, why do you have to do that? You need to, like, you're so insecure if you have to go get work done. It's like, it's not that you feel like you have to get it done. Just because you get stuff done doesn't mean you don't love yourself or you're not confident.
Yeah.
It's just a personal choice.
Yeah.
And that's like a big thing we're trying to get across. It's like, it's a very personal choice. It doesn't mean anything. You shouldn't judge someone just because they get something done.
Yeah.
Assuming that they're insecure about something or...
Yeah. And listen, maybe some people do get something done because they are insecure about something. But the pro for them is that they... by improving, not perfecting.
Yeah.
Like you can't perfect shit with surgery.
No, you can't.
It's an improvement. You can't be like, oh, make me look exactly like that. You're going to be in a lot of trouble.
I know everyone is guilty of judging someone at some point in their life for something, but I don't know. I try not to judge anyone because I know how it feels to be judged, and it's Oh.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
It's just a waste of headspace.
It is. It's like,
to go around judging people. Some people are like, oh, it's necessary to judge people so you can decide, make a judgment as to whether or not they're somebody you want to be around. And it's like, that's taking a little bit out of context.
Yeah, I think so.
bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're judging everything about them from head to toe. Like, if you walk by and somebody looks at you from all the way from your head to your toes, ugh.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery. I can't get that stupid word. Why can't they come up with a better plastic? Plastic.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. No, totally.
Fuck plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That's so funny.
We are for plastic surgery if it feels right for you.
Yes.
This sounds like a fucking infomercial.
It does. 1-800.
1-800 for plastic surgery.
All right, everyone. Well, we feel better. We got that off our chests.
Get it? Our chests.
Cheers.